spin-off of the Beer Friends.
So last week in our New York City Craft Beers events newsletter, we all hope that you read it, Jimmy's number 43 had an event that some of us had, probably not ever seen before. It was an official Cider Week event. And that got us thinking, that we haven't actually ever reviewed a cider on the Beer Friends. So we decided to do 2 ciders today and compare them against each other. The 2 that we're doing today are Doc's Draft, which is a hard apple cider from New York State, which is actually pretty popular out of ciders in the area. And the other one is JK
Scrumpies, right?
Scrumpies, which is from Michigan. So Doc's Draft, hard apple cider, original.
That tastes like juice.
That's what it is.
It's
like off juice.
It's not even. You don't even get a lot. It says it's semi-dry, wonderful effervescence with a remarkably fresh apple nose. From what I noticed from drinking other ciders, having any other ciders, it is a lot. Just really sharp apple. Completely sharp apple flavor. There's a lot. There's mostly more of the champagne yeast or whatever they use to make it more bubbly. It's not.
No. It's champagne yeast to excite the action.
Yeah, okay. But
No. To me, and I think to probably most of the other people in the room, is an apple version of champagne.
Yeah, very
Which
good.
I also don't like that much.
I don't mind champagne, but I wouldn't.
I've always felt that ciders, if they're not weak as could be and look like water coming out of the tap, it's always been it tastes like apple juice with a weak liquor included. It's never really tasted like much, and actually, I grew up on apple juice. I love apple juice.
Oh, this is great.
And I've never been a fan.
I'm going to move forward as we move from the very crisp and very sweet, the other one. Looking
We
forward.
can see those together.
Now we got, this is the Doc's and this is the JK Smutties. What is it called?
JK Scrumpies.
JK Scrumpies.
But it's organic, certified.
Yeah.
But no, Doc's is much clearer and much actually more resembles champagne, where this actually resembles more of a pale
Apple
ale.
cider, just an apple cider.
Actually, this is not bad.
Don't
This
worry about
is
being
very
excessive,
different.
actually. Don't.
Very different.
And interesting.
This is heavier. It tastes like something.
It tastes like more, almost just like we were talking about cider before. As the other one was a sparkly juice. This looks and tastes a little more like.
And see how we got like this tastes more. This is much more got a cider.
Cider
flavor. 6.
This is 5.
I think the difference is in the yeast because that specifically calls out champagne yeast, and this just says yeast, apple juice and yeast.
We're gonna go ahead and rate both on a beer scale. Now, obviously, it's gonna be somewhat skewed. I'm going to rate it on what the taste is. Trying not to go too much against beer because obviously I know it's not. I'm gonna go the Doc's Draft. I'm gonna go a 5. I don't think it's the worst cider that I've ever had. It's certainly not the best. It's somewhere in the between. It's a little watery, although it is, it's okay. Actually, I kind of like this, the JK Scrumpy, the hard cider, this organic, it looks like it's unfiltered. I actually give it a 6.5. I enjoy it. This is probably my favorite cider to date because it doesn't taste, like I said before, apple juice with a weak liquor added in. It has a little something to it. Not, of course, like a beer taste, but it has something added to it that it gives it a little bit of flavor and a little bit of heavy. It's not as light and watery.
Yeah, it wasn't just airy. It wasn't just airy.
That's a good one.
That's a great. I like that. I was gonna use that in mine, but I gave that to Brad, so I'll come up with something else. I was gonna give it as a general pretty good for both of them. I like them a lot. I got numbers. They're pretty good. So I got number scales for it, based off of being mostly beer drinker, but having a cider that I do really actually like, that I do really enjoy, a certain cider that I do enjoy, that would fall in that cider on a beer scale would hit probably about 8.4, 8.5-ish.
What is this cider? And why are you...
Cider?
Okay.
Yeah, really like it. Yeah,
really good.
If I'm going to think about it, that's a cider that if I get, that's about it, 8 to 8.5. We'll be generous, yeah. So on that scale of knowing that's my highest cider.
Right.
And that's even maybe being generous.
So it's a 1 to 8.4?
That's like a -2.5.
But I'm gonna straight 10 rating.
I'm gonna give
Base 8 reviews.
-2.6. I'm gonna give Doc's here. Doc's gonna get a 6. I mean, it was crisp, it was light, it was cute. But it's not exactly what I like in my drink. at all. Never mind. Never mind me. Just cider's not exactly what I like. But
sick.
but this one I'm gonna give it a 7.
What?
7.3 actually. I really like that a lot. I like it. It was the flavor was good. Yeah, I had to cut it up. I had to go in. I'm mostly whole numbers, but you know you're spreading it out. I like this. I like this one a bunch. I really did. I actually like the mixed scrumpies here.
I didn't too.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna give it a 7.3.
Yeah.
Oh, that totally makes sense.
All right, it all makes sense. Everything's together. Everything.
I heard you.
What?
No.
You hurt? I thought you said you hurt me. I was like, where?
I
I don't feel it.
Okay.
Ooh, it's gonna be a hard one to follow right now.
Because it was so good.
You want to try?
I don't know. Maybe just skip it. No, I'm gonna say that, you know, this one, no, I'm gonna go with this Doc Draft being the kind of cider that I expect. You know, it's very sweet, almost champagne-y, almost like an apple champagne or an apple sparkling cider of some kind. It's good for a small sip. If it was like New Year's Eve and we had somehow switched into some weird cider universe, a 5-ounce pour would be acceptable for me.
That's actually brilliant. New Year's, I hate champagne. I do not. I would rather do this.
I'd rather no, but I mean, because this tastes like apple cider to me. That's spiked. 5 and repressed childhood memory 7.
All right, that's a good one.
It's a good strong 7. I like the JK Scrump.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna almost agree with Brad. I'm gonna rate the Docs a 5, and I'm gonna rate this one a 5.5. I do like the point that I'd rather have this on New Year's Eve than champagne, because I like this. The apple juice tastes better than wine.
Yeah, well, champagne is wine.
But let's call it because I actually like it.
And I just rate this one a little bit higher because it tastes less like champagne, more like apple juice. Done.
Wow.
You got numbers or not?
Thanks for your expert opinion.
Yeah, 5 and 5.5.
Ding!
Yay! Shh, quiet. Careful.
Careful.
And so they're both pretty much in there.
You alright?
Yahtzee.
Catch yourself,